$100 over asking. That's a success story if I've ever heard one. Call Lance Kenmore and the Kenmore team today. Sit down with them. They'll give you a couple options. Either an instant cash offer and they'll let you pick the closing date, or use the proven accelerated demand program. It turns up the marketing just like Michael and Krista did, and it'll get you the most money for your home. Call the agent up and call. I needed to sell my home. Lance Kenmore. The Kenmore team today, 727-8977. That's 727-8977, or online at kenmoreteam.com. That's kenmoreteam.com, and start packing.
So today, back attack. I was recording some exercises of me doing some lat pull downs, right? And I was making the ugliest facial expressions. OC, tell them what you told me about that.
I was telling you that I was able to separate my facial expressions from my workouts, where I stopped reacting to the workout, reacting to the muscle fatigue and the pain. And I started doing that because I started a couple years back to record my workouts. I started recording everything. And it just took some time to do it, but I was able to just separate myself from the pain of the workout and just kind of have like a stone face and not react to it, because I wanted to look good in my videos, you know?
Yeah. Easier said than done. We'll insert some. There's perfect posture, baby. Hold it. Hold it. Awesome. That's not perfect posture. Don't follow those guidelines, please. Go on.
I'm gonna do deadlifts like a bodybuilder for building size. Actually, I already talked about this.
Yeah, you did.
So never mind. I'm just gonna do them, man.
All right. You gotta see things more than once sometimes, babe. Not all the time.
I say them a lot. I reread a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Well, that's how it gets engraved. Uh-huh. Well, that's because we have such a short attention span. Like, we might feel like we understand the whole world in a few moments, and the next few moments we're completely lost.
You forget about it.
So, you know.
If you really want to change, you must desire that change for a long time.
Repetition, repetition,
a passing
baby.
Desire will not do.
Seriously.
Remember?
Yeah. Lifting and philosophy, folks. Lifting and philosophy.
So your grip gives out before your muscles do.
Yes, specifically this left arm right over here. So we gotta work on strengthening those thumbs, the forearms. Yeah. And it's true, like, I was going into the gym 5 times a week feeling like I knew exactly what I was doing in there. But you know, you hit some walls and then you realize you got to be doing something wrong if you're not noticing like muscle growth. I loved what you said about like how everybody thinks they know how to lift until they realize they don't.
It's true. And I was saying that once you start doing things like the right way, things become a little bit more difficult, but it's gonna pay off in the long run, you know? So when you do things the wrong way, or maybe the easier way, it's gonna feel better like right now, but it's gonna feel like shit later. If you do things the right way, it's gonna feel like shit right now, but it's gonna feel better later. And it's just that instant gratification versus long-term gratification, you know?
And the paradox is that sometimes like here in the present time, you thinking like you're doing it all right, but really it's taking much more energy and seeing less progress, as opposed to taking less energy as time goes on and seeing even more progress. Hence the ugly facial expressions, for example, that we were talking about. Less of that, right? But more growth.
Like when I got sick, I was recently sick, I lost like 10 pounds, and when I came back into the gym, I was doing the same weights I was doing before, but weighing 10 less pounds, and I was struggling a lot more, getting a lot less reps. I was hurting more, like my joints were hurting more, and I had to be like, oh, like this is an egoic thing I'm doing. This, me trying to go just as heavy as I was is an egoic thing, you know? Like I have to realize what is happening now. I'm 10 pounds lighter. I'm weaker now. I was just sick in bed for 7 days, you know, like I can't come back in here and lift the same weights I was doing, you know? So you have to recognize that, be in the moment.
Listen to the body.
Yeah. We're doing T-bar rows for our back. This will get your entire back.
Any pointers? I used to have a hard time doing these before.
No pointers, just watch me. I'm gonna explain myself right now. that the reason I was became conscious of my facial reactions was because it was an automatic response. Even during my warm-ups when they were light, I would make a face. You know, I wasn't even struggling, but I would make a face just because I was lifting weight. And so I recognized it as a neuroses, you know. And I'm like, this is an automatic response. Like, why am I doing this? I don't even have to do this, you know. I'm just doing it because other people do it at the gym. And
Yeah.
I think these people, when they make these ugly faces, are working hard. And so I want to look like I work hard, so I'm gonna make ugly faces.
And what do you have to say about neuroses for people who aren't too familiar with that term? You know,
So,
first time they're hearing
a
it.
neuroses is an automatic response to anything.
Unconscious,
So, yeah, it's unconscious and it's automatic.
mechanical.
Mechanical, yeah. Just that's an example. That's a good example of the facial reactions to a warm-up. You know, you're just lifting a light weight just to get your blood flowing, but you're making faces and you're grunting like it's hard, or like you're really struggling and you're not. You know, that's an automatic response that you don't have to do. You know? Big shoulders here.
Okay.
Come on.
You see the new logo on my comment?
Good.
Really good. The bun's coming out. You want to do it?
Check out those ganas.
Oh
I
yeah.
earned every one of them, by the way.
Enlightened hairs.
Every single one.
Oh yeah. You look crazy. That makes two of us, babe.